Hey guys, in today's episode, we're going to talk about an interesting topic. We're going to talk about purpose and passion when it comes to trading. Do you need to be super passionate about trading to be successful? And do you feel kind of dirty about making money out of the financial markets? If you haven't done so already, check out my brand new YouTube Shorts channel. Just search Akil Stokes Shorts. Quick tip videos, 1 minute or less. Check them out on a daily basis for some daily motivation. So I got an interesting question the other day, and I wanted to bring it to you guys because it's on something that we typically don't discuss. If you're brand new here to the Trading Coach podcast, if you haven't listened to the almost 600 episodes by now, we try to cover a handful of topics. Some are going to be very trading specific. Some are going to be general about life or empowerment, personal finance, entrepreneurship, stuff like that. But my goal here with the podcast is to be different than, those podcasters just go and interview the greatest traders of all time and talk specifically trading stuff, because I firmly believe that trading and life go hand in hand. In fact, I just did a podcast interview where we talked about kind of the traits from my life affecting trading and the traits from my trading affecting life. And I got a question the other day on Instagram, and I actually answered this question in a different way for the interview I just told you about. But the trader says, Akil, I've been struggling with something, and I think you might be the one to help. By the way, follow me on social media if you don't already, Akil Stokes, or at Akil Stokes RTM. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok. I would tell you this, just watch out for the fake accounts out there. If anyone ever reaches out to you and says, hey, how you doing? Or can I have some money? Or can I invest for you? Or anything like that, it is not me. But as far as my actual accounts, feel free to DM me. I am here to help. This is what I like to do in life. And many of these questions that I get become very good topics for these podcast episodes. So although it may seem like a question that is just geared to you specifically or personally, it's actually helping a lot of traders out there. And I always get a lot of messages saying, hey, thank you for covering that topic, because I was wondering the same thing. But the trader says, hey, Akil, been struggling. Think you might be the one to help. I have been trading Forex for a few years now, with last year being my first profitable year. Congratulations, that is a big step. Just surviving your first year of trading is a win. To become slightly profitable, even if it's by the smallest of margins, you are doing better than most, and you just got to keep that momentum going and take it to the next level. So congrats to you, sir. However, I still struggle with psychology, and one of my biggest challenges is feeling a sense of purpose in my trading. What I mean is, at my job, I know the company's mission, but in trading, I don't know mine. Why am I getting paid to do this? What good am I doing to the world to deserve to be rewarded? I guess it's almost a guilt to do. Sorry, my phone went out. It's also, I guess it's almost a guilt I feel to do well. I cannot provide a sense of value, obviously resulting in sabotaging myself. Any advice? And some of you listening to this are probably like, what are you talking about? How can you feel bad about making money? But I would tell you this, right? Most people don't understand money. Most people actually have a fear of money, have a fear of success. So when this trader says that, hey, I'm sabotaging myself because I feel like I don't deserve to be rewarded, that is a real thing. And it sounds like this trader hasn't sabotaged himself to the point where it's destructed his trading. But many people will cut themselves short of success because they don't feel deserving. They don't feel a purpose. They feel like it's dirty. It's wrong. They feel a guilt for being successful. I know it sounds crazy, but it's 100% true. But going back to the purpose, that's an interesting question because I've been on both sides of this. So when I first started trading, it was to selfishly make as much money as I can, right? I was just out of college. Back then, my mindset was always get money. Me and my trading partner at the time, we had a slogan, right? We had GMS written on all of our business plans, all over our apartment and whatnot. And it was called Get Money Season, right? Because I'm a big sports nerd, so I think of everything in season. And my buddy would come up and say, hey, Gil, you know what day it is? I said, yeah, I know what day it is. It's the start of get money season, baby. Let's go. Rah! Hoo, 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 hoo. Right? We get all pumped up and riled up because we want to make as much money as possible. That was our mindset at the time. And this is a kid in, our 20s. It's always new. We're both kind of workaholics, grindaholics, where, I've done everything from building houses to washing dishes to cleaning poopy toilets at night to cleaning banks, anything to make money. And trading was kind of the next step of that, where it was a way to kind of increase the rate that we made money with less of the dirty stuff, right? Literally not getting our hands dirty. And after I became successful as a trader, and there's a long story in between that of struggle. I won't bore you with that. You probably heard it before. But after I became successful in trading, I didn't have enough money to go full time. So I didn't have a silver spoon. I didn't have hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank, and I couldn't just, say, hey, I'm gonna be a full-time trader, right? So I had to start thinking about how can I use this skill of making money to make me more money. And what I did was I went to manage money for others. So manage accounts and whatnot. And in doing so, I had some small fish from some smaller accounts that I managed in like the couple thousands. But the real money came from the big fish. And the big fish, you can imagine, are your wealthy individuals, the ones that can give you hundreds of thousands of dollars to manage, where you can actually have and make an impact with your own finances. And I remember when doing that, and just to kind of flashback real quick, I actually loved trading. So although I wanted to make as much money as possible, right, I actually did love the concept of trading. It was a game. It was a sport to me. It was a puzzle. I took an actual interest in how the markets move. I think it's pretty cool, and I still do to this day. But when I started managing money for the wealthy, I felt the same way that this trader did in the message he sent me. I kind of felt dirty. Not only did it suck all of the joy out of trading because of the pressures of managing probably 100 times the amount of money that you've ever seen in your life. That was a different story, but I often question myself and ask myself, why am I doing this, right? Believe it or not, right? I always have a good moral compass. Like I want to do good. It is in my DNA to kind of be a giver and a helper and whatnot. And everything I do in life is typically centered around that, right? How am I helping others? How am I empowering others? How am I kind of, sharing my gifts? And it was hard to figure out what the purpose was when I was managing money for others. Like, yes, I was helping myself. I was padding my own pockets by trading the investment markets. I was helping a wealthy individual, and wealthy individuals get more wealthy. But I felt empty. A part of me kind of felt like, what else? There was no passion. There was no drive. There was no fire burning. And at the time, I didn't understand this. But looking back in hindsight, that fire and drive is the purpose. So it is 100% a real thing. A lot of people ask why I coach. And I just had a conversation on the podcast interview about the fact that, people used to say, they don't bother me anymore, but they used to say when I was really young, like, oh, the only reason you coach is because you can't trade. And I used to get into all these arguments about it. And the fact is that they just don't understand, right? It's the same thing. It's actually the same question where, why do you donate to charity? Why do you volunteer at a food bank, right? Well, out of the goodness of your heart, you want to, give back. There's that purpose. There's that drive inside of you. And that's one of the reasons I coach. Now, again, am I saying would I coach for free? Yes and no. I coach a lot for free, answering questions like this on social media, providing 600 plus episodes of the Trading Coach podcast that come out 3 times a week on your favorite podcasting app. Please like, subscribe, follow, whatever it is you need to do to support the show. I do all that stuff for free. YouTube videos, weekly for I don't know how many years. I do that for free, and I would continue to do that for free. Now, the kind of the more direct coaching stuff, right? I charge for that for 2 reasons. One, it is a massive time and energy investment. And if you've been involved with the Tier 1 trading platform, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We provide a lot of content. We provide a lot of support. I take a lot out of my day, invest a lot out of my day to do that. And secondly, I'm a businessman. I'm an entrepreneur, right? If there is a way to capitalize off something that, again, fits within your moral compass, I believe in doing so. You deserve to be paid for a service. So that's key. So that's where the purpose comes from in teaching. So I think this trader needs to have a purpose. And the question is, what is it? And I said you can give back to others, you can teach and do all that fun stuff, but you can create your own purpose outside of trading, right? Trading can simply be the tool that allows you to achieve your purpose or allows you to have more time to achieve your purpose. So I'll give an example here. One of the reasons I got in trading, right? Yeah, I loved it. You can make money, all that stuff as well, was because I was really in love with coaching track and field, right? After I graduated from college, I went to grad school. I had a graduate assistantship coaching track and field, and I loved it because I'm a sports nerd, but I also loved it because, again, I get to impact a lot of people, waves of students, right? Each and every year, a new wave of students at a very delicate time in their life, right? I get them right out of high school when they're 17, 18, and I get them to about 21, 22. So it's that weird, awkward years of going from childhood to adulthood where you're doing probably most of the dumbest stuff you can ever do. And I get to be kind of a guiding light, especially for the young males, where it's like, hey, like, let's get you on the right track so you can graduate. You can, either become an entrepreneur, be a productive member of the workforce, society, whatever it may be, whatever your goals are. And I remember after getting hired or getting a job offer, I should say, after grad school, the question that I asked him, I said, well, hey, can I have flexible hours? Because the hours that you're saying I have to do, that interferes with my coaching track. And he said, well, no, these are the hours, here's your paycheck. And I was like, ooh, paycheck, that looks nice. But I turned him down because it was going to, the job, which I didn't find a lot of value in, took away from the thing that I did find purpose and value in, which was coaching. And one of the reasons that I started taking trading more serious at that moment because of the time flexibility. The time flexibility that trading allowed me to have also allowed me to do the coaching thing. And this was a debate that me, Jason, and Darren had a few years ago. There's a podcast episode. I don't know what episode it is. It's got to be one of the earlier ones. I think it's called like a roundtable discussion on something. But we had a debate because out of the three, I am by far the most passionate about the actual markets. That's not saying the other two aren't, but I am like a nerd. Like I can look at charts and analyze this stuff and all darn day. So I really enjoy the markets. And the debate that we have is like, my thought at the time was you can't be successful unless you're very passionate about it. And their kind of rebuttal was, well, you can be successful without being passionate about trading if you understand that trading is the tool that allows you to achieve your passion. So at the time, trading was the tool that was going to allow me to continue coaching, which was my main passion. So trading allowed me to do that. So when I'm talking to this trader, I said, you can do the same thing. One, trading is a skill that can be passed down, right? I don't know if he has kids or not, or if he's an uncle or cousins, but he can, friends, family members, whoever, he now has a skill that he can take and pass down to current or future generations that allow them to kind of be one up on everyone else. Because, we know they don't teach financial stuff. So if you know the skill of investing and trading, that is something that can greatly benefit your life and the life of others. So that could be one purpose. Hey, passing on this skill. Another purpose could be time. Find something that you're passionate about. What is it? Are you passionate about doing music? Are you passionate about making art, going on mission trips, donating your time or doing this, doing that, whatever it may be, right? If that is your passion, if you found purpose in doing other things, becoming successful at trading will literally buy you the time to do those other things. So eventually, let's put it like this, right? If you have this thing that you're passionate about, and let's say you become so good at trading that you can either reduce your hours or quit your 9 to 5 in all, right? Now you've opened up a massive amount of time that you can now spend doing the things that you are passionate about, the things that you feel purposeful about. So and of course, it just a straight monetary perspective, I told them this as well, right? Donate your money, right? The more money you make in trading, the more money you have. If you're someone that donates a certain percent of your money to charity, let's say 10% of your paycheck, well, the more money you make, the more you can donate to charity, and that is a purposeful thing. But there's so many options out there, and I think the thing that needs to be remembered is that you don't have to have a direct purpose in trading. You don't have to directly be a teacher, be a signal service provider, be a money manager to find purpose. The real purpose is how how trading opens up your life and more specifically your time to do the things that you really find purposeful and the things that you're most passionate about. Make sense? Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. As always, make sure you like, subscribe, follow, whatever it is you need to do wherever you're listening or watching this thing at. Also, check out that YouTube Shorts channel I told you about. Just search Akil Stokes Shorts. It should pop right up. 1 minute or less daily videos, not daily videos, but enough for you to watch every single day. So make it a daily habit to watch these videos and get a little boost of motivation, empowerment, and inspiration to start your day.